Hey, 7th grade, this is Mr. Palacios coming to you on a pre-recorded video. I was going to say coming to you live. That's just not true. On the left of your screen, you're going to see the key to the quiz from yesterday. And on the right side of the screen is going to be my little notes. That's how I solved the problems. I'm going to take you question by question and tell you how I got the right answer. And then hopefully you're going to see what your score was and how to fix it in the future. If you'd like, I'll give you a retest on Friday during break, or maybe Thursday during break. I haven't decided yet. Anyways, here we go. So for number 1, it says, what is 0.625 written as a percent? The answer is D. How I found it over here on this side is I multiplied 0.625 times 100, and that gave me 0.62500. I had to move the decimal over 3 places. I did that, and that gave me 62.5%. Again, anytime that you have a decimal, if you just move over the decimal to the right 2 spaces, that will tell you what percentage that is. Number 2, what is the fraction expressed, or 3/4 expressed as a percent? Well, the answer is 75%. The way that I found it is I figured out that 4 goes into 100 25 times, and I multiplied 4 by 25 and 3 by 25. That gave me 75 over 100. 75 over 100 is equal to 75%. Now, if you didn't want to do that, or you weren't sure how to get 4 to 100, all you have to do is divide 3 by 4. When you do that, 4 goes into 3 0 times. So you have to put a decimal there and then drop the 0 down. You are going to have 4 into 30. That goes in there 7 times. 7 times 4 is 28. 30 minus 28 is 2. Add another 0, drop it down. 4 goes into 25 times. I know that I didn't finish working it out, but that's the answer. 75% is our answer. Number 3, order the numbers from least to greatest. Well, I did it here and I did it over here as well. I just converted all the numbers into decimals. I could have done the same thing by making them all fractions. Turning them into decimals was the easiest option for me. 0.2 was already there. 1 divided by 3 is 0.3 repeating. There should be a bar right there. 0.22 is fine. 3 divided by 7 is 0.47. 0.02 is fine. And then 5 divided by 14 is 0.35. I place them in order from least to greatest. Remember that as we get closer to the decimal, that's our 10th spot. As we get farther away from the decimal, as in 0.02, that is our 100th spot. 0.02 is much smaller than 0.2 or 0.22. That's why it is the smallest. Okay, and then the big question was putting these in order. Well, I know that this is the smallest out of all the fractions, 0.33. 0.42 is obviously bigger than 0.35, so I went 1/3 and then 5/14 and then 3/7. Number 4, Mr. Ricardo bought a set of luggage that regularly sells for $249.95. It was on sale at a discount of 30%. About how much was the discount? So I decided to take my $249.95 and multiply it by 30%. But first I need to convert that into a decimal. So when I do that, if converting a decimal into a percentage means that I move the decimal over 2 spots, 1, 2, then doing the opposite would make it a decimal, turn the percentage into a decimal. So I took this, the decimal is currently after the 0. After I move it over 2 spots, it is in front of the 3. If I multiply 249.95 times 0.3, I am left with this number, 74985. I need to move the decimal over 1, 2, 3 spots, and that gives me 74.98. The closest answer to that is G, $75. Number 5, solve 4/9 x plus 7 equals 1/2. This we kind of all had some trouble with, so I'm going to review these 2 answers. I'm going to give all of you credit for them though. So we have this. I want to find out what x is so I can figure out what I can put into this formula to get the right answer. So I am going to subtract both sides by 7. So subtract 7 on this side, subtract 7 on this side. I get 4/9 x equals 6.5, negative 6.5. I divide that, I divide 4/9 on this side, and I divide 4/9 on this side. And so this crosses off, and x becomes, x equals 13/2. That's what this is as a decimal, divided by 4/9. This x becomes 13 over 2 times 9/4. That equals 117 over 8, and that equals 14 and 5/8. Now I forgot I forgot the minus sign right here, so I apologize for that one. Okay, next one is 1/8 x minus 12 equals 3/4. Again, I need to get this x by itself. To do that, I need to get rid of all these other numbers here. So first I'm going to add 12 on this side of the equal sign, and I'm going to add 12 on this side of the equal sign. If I do that, then the 12 cancels out here. That gives me 1/8 times x equals 12 and 3/4. I know that 12 plus 3/4 is 12 and 3/4. And I'm going to multiply 1/8 by its reciprocal, 8 over 1. That's the same as dividing by 1/8. I'm going to multiply this side as well by 8 over 1. And that gives me x equal to 51 over 4 times 8 over 1. I can simplify both of these. So if I simplify the 8 and the 4 becomes a 1 and the 8 becomes a 2. 51 times 2 equals 102. 1 times 1 equals 1. I don't really need to write that down because I know that any number over 1 is itself. So x equals 102, and the answer is J. I know I went through those very quickly. So please, if you need to review, if you need to rewind, if you need to pause, if you just need to listen to it one more time, please do so. But those are the answers to your quiz. If you have any questions, please let me know. Just know, because we struggled so hard on these, I definitely will be including these in the next quiz. Okay, everybody, peace out. Have a good day.